cannot allow separation. So it becomes kind of taming it down, but this drill becomes very aggressive at an advanced level. And at some point, Kevin might be able to get control over the arm with the weapon, and then he can go ahead and follow up with some headbutts, elbows, close quarter tools, and take him out. I'm going to bring Rafal and Tom back out, Rafal and John back out. John is going to try to punch Rafal in the face. No, Rafal, you can't do anything. You have to just move your footwork right. This is why the footwork is absolutely important. Because the footwork is what protects you. It's not just the weapons. You have to be able to move and get out of the way. A very famous saying from College Center is if you don't want to get hit, don't be there. You have to move. So I'm going to let Rafal use a tool that's called destructions. Every time a punch comes in, he's going to use his elbow and destroy the punch. Not for real, though. So go ahead. Sorry, John, if one connects, it happens. So what he's doing now is Rafal is using his timing to make connection with his elbow to John's hand. So what does that do? Good time. As John comes out with that punch, I step off the line, boom. Now you can imagine what would happen. We call this a destruction because the hand literally gets destroyed. So when he starts punching at full power, full speed, and he runs into a pointy elbow, he gets hurt and I don't. That's basically how that works. But how do we deal with kicks? If kicks were to come in. So if Tom comes out here and he goes into kick my groin, what is the same as our elbow but with our legs? Knee. Our knees. So every time he comes in to kick, I use my knee to break his foot or to crack his shin. So we move around, he goes in, he tries to kick, boom, I break it. Tries to kick, boom. And this soft right here, he's feeling a jolt all the way up his shin right now. Okay? If he tries to kick me outside, it's fine, boom, I just turn it outside and I break his shin out there. Boom, and then when he tries to step back, his leg goes like this. Really gross, right? But then he comes in, this is how we train him. Boom. Boom. Now after I destroy, he can punch or kick. It doesn't matter now. As soon as that happens, now I come back in with the follow-ups of the heavy artillery. And in Kali, we can use elbows, we can use headbutts, we can use knees, we can use our thumbs and gouge the eyes, we can pull on the ears, we can slam him all the way down to the ground if we need to. We're going for kicks. What we're going to do is just show a couple of different drills that build skills like range, timing, and navigation of your environment. So I'm going to have Tom and Kevin come out. And they're going to do a drill called Dr. Puño, which is to catch and to strike at close quarters with Puño. So none of our drills will you ever see us standing still. We never stand still. Footwork is always a priority. And they can take this all the way back out into the flow. That's it. And they can find their weight and work back into a drill. So the training becomes more and more dynamic as you become more advanced. Good. Time. All right, so Tom and I are going to do a little bit of play, and then I'll
I'll narrate it for you. So here you're really going to see a lot about how dynamic Kali is. It's not static, meaning we're face to face. It's very dynamic, very circular. A lot of triangles being utilized. Notice how safe they are, protecting themselves, stepping on a line. Break and break out again. It's one of the methods that we practice in training. of this is choreographed. Just to let you guys know, nothing is choreographed here. Most of the face, most of the face while protecting himself. Again, Tom is in the blue slacks, Paul's in the lavender pink shirt. Going back in, close quarters.
That's the finish.
So you notice the range differences. Here's Marco, he's at range, at measure, so the only thing that can strike his hands at this point.
Don't forget, all those shots are going right to the hand.
Right to the hand.
But in training, we get as close to the hand as we can without hitting it with a training partner. So you gotta trust me. So in training, we come this way so I can see you. So from right here, oh my God.
Those are hand shots.
That's how close I'm getting to his hand right now. Can I hit his hand in real life? No. Yes. So I've got the proper range and the proper timing and the proper accuracy to take that off at will. So one of the next things that we do,
so again, there's a lot of training being involved here, and then you take it to the next level, the skillful level. Again, don't move, stay still, roll as you're sitting. But pay attention, these are live bolos. These are bolos that are forged by Manuel Espada Jr., Philippine Force Recon Marines, Class 001. These are the ones that they actually use in the battlefield. And if you notice how close they're getting, this is highly skilled. This is where the trust issues are. We have immense trust in each other. And again, a lot of the targets are hand. And the reason why we want to target the hand is because if you can't use your hand, you can't utilize a weapon.
see the strike? It's that close. So this is the most advanced level of training, which is the live blade. So when we're moving with the sticks, that's the training tool to teach how to properly handle a real weapon. So very important skill. Thank you.
Again, a lot of times we don't want, we can't stress enough the importance of learning these types of skills. It is still utilized in the southern Philippines. Retired Lieutenant Manuel Espada Jr. is still extremely active teaching the military, and as well now, these days, is the civilians. So we pay a lot of our respects to what they're doing in the battlefield. There's a lot of lives being suffered, but the reason why they utilize Kali in combat is because a lot of their comrades, a lot of the Marine brothers, the military were coming back decapitated. So they knew that they had to use a bladed system in close quarter combat. A lot of times they're like, well, I can't use firearms. Well, ammunition is precious in the battlefield. You can't get your ammo, you jam up, you gotta go close quarters, and there's a lot of accounts of them going close quarter combat. So this is what we're practicing here, this is what they're practicing in the Philippines. It's a beautiful system of lines, it's the weaponry, it's part of our culture, it's part of the revolutionary culture. So it's something that we embrace, and I always talk to Paul, he's more Filipino than I am, because he's doing the same thing with Tom, all these guys. So I just want to thank you guys for observing and being a part of what we're displaying.
Thank you so much, guys. I'd like you guys to just stand here next to Paul and Ollie, so you can. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a hand.